Hey y'all. So I always say on these messages, use your spiritual ears. So I'm going to be reading from Judges. I'm going to be in the 6th and 8th chapter. I'm going to start with the first through the second, 7th through the 10th, and 13th through the 14th verse in the 6th chapter. This is when Gideon becomes Israel judge. The Israelites did evil in the Lord's sight. So the Lord handed them over to the Midianites for 7 years. The Midianites were so cruel that the Israelites made hidings places for themselves in the mountains, caves, and strongholds. When they cried out to the Lord because of Midian, the Lord sent a prophet to the Israelites. He said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. I brought you up out of slavery in Egypt. I rescued you from the Egyptians and from all who oppress you. I drove you out your enemies and gave you their land. I told you I am the Lord your God. You must not worship the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you now live, but you have not listened to me." "Sir," Gideon replied, "if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? And where are all the miracles our ancestors told us about? Didn't they say the Lord brought us up out of Egypt? But now the Lord has abandoned us and handed us over to the Midianites." Then the Lord turned to him and said, "Go with the strength you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites. I am sending you." So now I'm going to go to the Judges, the 8th chapter, the 22nd through the 23rd, and then the 22nd through the 28th. Y'all, listen to this. Then the Israelites said to Gideon, "Be our ruler. You and your son and your grandson will be our rulers, for you have rescued us from Midian." But Gideon replied, "I will not rule over you, nor will my son. The Lord will rule over you." Gideon made a sacred ephod from the gold and put in his Ophrah, his hometown. But soon all the Israelites prostituted themselves by worshiping it and became a trap for Gideon and his family. That is the story of how the people of Israel defeated Midian, which never recovered. Throughout the rest of Gideon's lifetime, above 40 years, there was peace in the land. Man is not your ruler. That's what God told me to tell the people. Man is not your ruler. And if you paid attention to that, God put this man in this place, in this position, to go and rescue these people, because they was being disobedient. They was bowing to other gods, and God handed them over to their enemies. So God went and chose this man, not them. God chose this man to go and rescue his people from the hands of the enemy. But once he rescued them, look what happened in the story. They started praising a man. And then they said, "We want you to rule over us." But this man had to tell the people that I'm not your ruler. God is your ruler. It never said that they thank God, but these was the very people that was crying out to him to rescue them from the hands of the enemy. Be careful who you wants to rule over you. Look at the things in this world. Man cannot rescue you. Remember when the people were asking for a king? And God told them that when you ask for this king, this is what's going to happen after you receive this king. And everything God said, it happened. And I'm going to come back and say it again. You got too many people out here want man to rule them. And look what's going on. I keep telling y'all, I said it last year, that everybody is playing on the same team. And people can't seem to see that, because guess what? Your eyes is closed. It's so much division to where, oh, my blue is right, my red is right. Let me tell you something. All is playing on the same team. Until you decide that, God, I'm going to choose you. God, you is our king. You is our ruler. And that's what Gideon had to tell the people, that I'm not your ruler. God is. God sent that man to rescue them. That man didn't come on his own. And then we're wondering why the world is like it is. Because people is chasing after man to rescue them. People is chasing after man to be their ruler. Look where it's, look how things is going on in the world. Nobody, and let me take that back. You running after man, but you're not running after God. God is the ruler. God is the one that can rescue you. God is the healer. God is your doctor. God is your father. If you didn't need him, then why is it that when things go bad, like the people, they want to cry out to him? And once everything starts falling apart, now you calling out to God. That's what's going on. And if your eyes is spiritual open, you can see for yourself that's what's going on. That's the problem. God don't cause confusion. God don't cause division. But when you keep putting people and man before him, look what's going on. That's why everything is falling apart. Because everybody, people want to, let me stop saying everybody, because everybody ain't making man their ruler. But you got some people that's running after these people, thinking that's who's going to save them. But let me tell you something. We here because people wanted to choose a king. Oh, they better than this one. They better than that. But God said he is the king. He is the ruler. He is the maker. He the one made us. He the one made this earth. And you wondering why things is the way it is. When I was sitting here reading this story, I couldn't do nothing but say, Lord have mercy. If this not what's going on right now. Y'all, you running after me. My person is better than the next person. But all the time, they all playing on the same team. And people don't want to hear that. Stop putting your trust in man and start trusting and having faith in God. Because if you really have a relationship with God, you wouldn't be running after man. You wouldn't even be bickering about who is best, who does this, if it coulda, woulda, shoulda. No. Because God said that when you decide that you want to keep, doing things your way, worshiping other things, being disobedient, I'm going to turn you over to the very thing that you have put before me. And we are seeing the word of God play out right now. He have turned the people over to the very thing that people have put before him. Be careful what you're asking for. Because God will give it to you. And you're going to realize in the end Hmm.